TK Waters, I'm the Chief of Investigations with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. So this all started this morning at about 3:56 a.m. when patrol officers were called to a residence in the 7200 block of Morris Avenue regarding a mentally ill individual. The complaint said that he had cut the power to the house and done a few different things. Officers came out, were not able to locate him at the time, left the scene, came back later on at 11:30 from another call from neighbors. This time the neighbors were saying that he was vandalizing their houses in the area. Officers, they came, they looked, they made contact with some complainants, some family members, and they were able to see him inside of a wooded area where they went to try to make contact with him. One of our officers at that point walked through the woods, or a wooded area, a small field, where he saw the subject standing behind some woods, holding a hatchet, a small axe. He announced, put the hatchet down, and then he announced 3 more times, put the axe down. At that point, he got within a distance of the subject. The subject stood up, raised the axe. Officer fired 1 shot, striking the subject and killing him at the scene. No officers were injured here. We are currently still investigating. Investigation still fairly early. Our state attorney's office is on scene. They're conducting an independent investigation, and I can answer any questions that you may have at this point.
When the officer said put the axe down, do you know approximately how far away he was from the suspect?
We will measure that later on. We don't have that yet for you.
Was he within 2 feet or 50 feet? Or
I'm watching it, Scott. I'm watching it on body cam, so it's very difficult to tell. That answer will come later.
Can you clarify again? The officer only fired 1 shot, and that 1 shot killed the suspect with the axe?
That's correct. 1 shot.
Was the officer alone at the time?
Say that, ma'am?
Where did he hit him on the body?
I won't disclose that at this point.
Was the officer alone at the time, or were there other officers?
There were other officers there, but they did not fire. They were in a different location. Close by, but a different location. They could hear everything that was taking place.
We saw FHP here. Were they involved at all, or were they just here in his
No, they were not involved.
What's the process for the officer who fired the shot going forward? Any type of internal investigation?
Yes, so he's being placed on administrative leave per JSO policy. While he's on administrative leave, the investigation will continue, and we'll go from there, and he'll go through the process of coming back once things are completed.
How long has this officer been with JSO?
I'll get that for you later on.
Do we know who this man is and why he was at these houses doing this?
Yes, he's related to some of the people in the area. Yes.
But he didn't live there necessarily, or did he live there?
He lived in a different location on the same property.
When you say he showed signs of mental illness, what were those signs?
Just some of the actions that he was taking that day, and the initial call that we received was a mental ill person.
Do you know if he has any criminal history?
He does have a criminal history.
Can you expand on that?
Yes, I will. He was arrested in 2006 for DUI, in 2013 for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. In 2014, he was arrested. He had a drug arrest. In 1999, he had a felony traffic arrest. And in 1998, he had a robbery arrest.
Can you say his name and age?
Yes, his name is Kevin Mahan, M-A-H-A-N. He's a white male, 43 years of age.
What time was the officer shooting? What time did that take place?
I don't have the time for you right now.
Were there witnesses there, like the family, were people standing around, or was it just the officers?
There were witnesses present at the time, officers and civilians. Not in the area where the shooting took place, but they could see.
The officer that was involved in the shooting, were they the ones that were there earlier today? The same officer?
I'll get that information for you guys later. Thank you very much.
Thank you.